Hey guys, it's Bill of the Universe, and today we're going to do the birth chart of the late, great Kirstie Alley. I used to love her. I think I was first introduced to her when I saw the Look Who's Talking movies. I was just a kid. I actually saw it recently in her memory. And then, of course, she did that movie, It Takes Two, with the Olsen twins, and I loved it. And then my mom already knew who she was from Cheers in the 80s, so she was definitely a favorite actress in our family. And rest in peace to the late, great Kirstie Alley, and our thoughts and prayers are with her two beautiful children. So, moving on, first thing I noticed is that this is a very, very independent person, like super independent woman. Is not afraid of no man, cannot be pinned down by no man, is not some type of weak little damsel in distress. And that is because there are several stars in the zodiac that indicate like extreme independence. And that would be Uttara Ashada, which is in Sagittarius and Capricorn. It's kind of on the cusp. And also Uttara Bhadrapada, which is a star in Pisces, and also a star in Leo called Uttara Falguni. And so she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 planets that indicate a very, very independent person. So I wouldn't be surprised if the men that she did date found her to be almost like intimidating, because she was so independent and very like boss lady, very much someone who didn't who like made her own money, who, if you were gonna date her or be like mates with her, you needed to like have a lot of gumption. And definitely, if you're the type of man that's like looking for a kept woman or someone who's gonna stay in the kitchen, like, this lady is not the one. And not to say that she's not willing to, cook and clean and do household things. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that this isn't someone who's subservient. So her sun is in Uttara Ashada, which is a star in Sagittarius, on the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. But technically she's a Sagittarius sun. So the fact that her sun is in Sagittarius, this could mean that one of two things. Because sun is the father, this could mean that either her father was a foreign man from like a faraway place, or it can mean that her father was a very learned person, a very well-educated person. And thus, she is a very well-educated person. Sagittarius is actually the smartest, the most intelligent sign in the whole zodiac. So for her sun to be in Sagittarius, this suggests that she's a very, very, very intelligent woman, even without schooling. Like, she would have been a very self-taught, very intelligent woman. And Uttara Ashada, that specific star, the Shakti for that is victory. So this is someone who was a very victorious woman, someone who was very independent, but also really someone like who was like the executive. Like, she aimed for the highest. Oh, and it's in the first pada of Sagittarius. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if her father was like either super, super educated, well educated, maybe he was a doctor or a businessman or something like that, or if he was just from like a different country, a foreign country, something like that. Her moon is in Uttara Bhadrapada, and that also is a very independent star. These women are very they could be in the military. Like, they have so much gumption. They eat men for breakfast. Like, they're not afraid to stand up next to, a man and just bust his balls, and a lot of men actually really admire these kind of women. They try to, marry them and keep them as like kept women, but these women cannot be tied down. And not to say that they're bad at romance, because that's not true at all. But what I'm saying is they need a man to really respect them as human beings. They're not just gonna put on the apron and shut the hell up and stay in the kitchen and take care of the baby. Like, that's not what these women do. If they do, it's their choice completely, and not because they felt like they were forced into it. Um, Also, back that, Uttara Bhadrapada, this is a star in Pisces. So this could mean, and Pisces is the arts, stuff like that. So this means that she could have been really good at the arts, which we already know because she was a fabulous actress. Also, it could indicate because Pisces is the feet, this could mean that she was also a dancer. I wonder if she was a dancer at all. But it means that she was good at the arts. On the downside, I do wonder if she was a drinker or like a smoker or something like that, because um, Pisces likes to be drunk off life, and Pisces likes to enter other worlds, and a lot of times people will do that through like alcohol or something like that. But that doesn't mean that that's for sure. I'm just saying. But regardless, this also indicates that she had a lot of discipline. The fact that her sun was in Uttarashada and her moon was in Uttarabhadrapada, that means that she had executive qualities, and she had the discipline to achieve that. Her Mars is in Dhanishta. Wow, this is a very like successful person who had a very clear, sober mind, like a very clear like dedicated mind. Like this is the chart of someone when they decided they wanted to go after something, they actually did it. They would go all the way through to the finish line, and they did it with a very determined mentality. This is the chart of a very determined person. And I have to also say, this is a very masculine chart. I really have to say, a lot of these women I noticed, these type of independent women, I noticed that they're very beautiful and that they have beautiful, luscious hair. My mom actually has a very independent chart, and she was always known for having really, really thick, long hair. And so I noticed that Kirstie also was just known for her like mane of beautiful hair. Let's see. Yeah. Her Saturn is in Virgo. That's a really, really good thing. That's a good sign. That means that, again, she was really focused. And the fact that she's a Sagittarius sun and she's got all these wonderful, like, focused, goal-oriented placements, this really makes me seem like someone who's a real achiever. Someone who, once they decide something, once they have a goal or they set something for themselves, they really go after it all the way. Let's see. Let's look at some angles or any conjunctions or anything like that. Does she have any conjunctions or angles? Doesn't look like she does. Okay. Well, then I guess that's about it. Honestly, okay. I will say this, and I hope people don't find this too insulting. There are two indicators of loving the sauce. So I don't know if she was a drinker, but there are two indicators of loving the sauce. One is that her moon is in Pisces, and Pisces is the 12th house. 12th house is very much about liking to enter other worlds, liking to smoke or liking to drink. They like to go, they can almost be aloof. They can like very much be in their own world. Like, I'm doing my own thing right now. Don't bother me, stuff like that. And the other thing is that her Venus is in Shravana, which could be another indicator why she was so beautiful. Shravana is a star in Capricorn, but Shravana, is a very feminine star. And Shravana, for some reason, actually, Shravana is actually a very psychic star. The most psychic star in the whole zodiac is the star of Shravana, which is a star in Capricorn. But for some reason, Shravana has a lot to do with drinking. I noticed a lot of people who have like alcohol issues were Shravana people. And the fact that her Venus is in Shravana, because Venus is what gives you pleasure, what you like to do, what gives you pleasure, and the fact that this is in Shravana, it can indicate that there is a love of intoxication. So I wonder if that was, ever an issue or anything like that. But she was a very mature woman, and she was a very like evolved woman, because There's one, two. She's got 2 planets in Sagittarius, 1, 2, 3 planets in Aquarius, 1, 2, and 2 planets in Capricorn. So they're all in the third part of the zodiac, right? The 9th through 12th houses. And these are these are like the refinements. These are the most refined planets, right? So, Sagittarius, this is Jupiter at its height. Aquarius, this is Saturn at its height. And Capricorn, Saturn is always doing well, because Saturn's an old person. So Saturn is a very mature person, very like a no bullshit type of person. Yeah. I wish I knew her ascendant. Let's look at her moon. Maybe I can do a quick moon chart. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So in her moon chart, because I don't know her ascendant, I can't look at her ascendant chart. She's got Mercury and Sun in her 10th house. So Sun in the 10th house is a very good actress. It's a very good actor. Sun in the 10th house is someone who shines in the arts, but also for real shines in business. Like, I do see a lot of business acumen in this chart, so which is very interesting to me, because we all know her as the actress, but this chart says that she was a very good businesswoman. So that's interesting. And her Venus is in the 11th house, and her Mars is in the 11th house, which could mean that she had she was very involved in different groups. She had a lot of different interests, and she was always social, even if it wasn't to be a party animal type of social. It was at least like, oh, I have this interest, so I'm going to join this niche group that we talk about this interest. I have this interest, so I'm going to join this certain social group. And she had a lot of that's kind of, the fact that it's Venus and Mars in the 11th house, it kind of indicates that she spent a lot of her time really putting a mark in society. And okay, Rahu and Jupiter. Yeah, that's another thing. She's got Rahu and Jupiter in the 12th house in her moon chart, which is kind of another indicator of drinking. So I wonder if she was kind of a drinker. Anyway, guys, I think that was enough. Again, rest in peace to this queen, Kirstie Alley. She made a mark in the world. She definitely made a huge impression in my childhood. And thoughts and prayers to her beautiful children. All right, guys. Bye.